Disability and my cerebral palsy is a really big part of my life, but it's not all that there is to me. Yes, I'm disabled, but I also love Shania Twain, and I also love, pop music, and I love pizza, and I can do all these other things. It's just about giving me the opportunity to do it. I really struggled with, self-confidence, and I had really low self-esteem, and I just didn't like myself because our society kind of pushes disabled people aside, and I kind of internalized that. I walked into my bathroom, I had messy hair, I had drool on my face. It was a trip, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, "You're cute." And usually when I've had that feeling, it passed, but for me I was like, I don't want to keep living like I was living, depressed and sad and angry. So I said 4 things that I liked about myself in the mirror, and I kept saying those things. And so by the time February came, I was like, oh, I still felt good, so let me do this thing, this hashtag, that I can be both disabled and cute. It's not an either or situation, it's a both. It sounds so silly, but I think that the more you do it, the easier it'll get. I call myself beautiful. I call myself gorgeous, I call myself sexy. I talk to myself in the way that I have always wanted someone else to talk to me. It really is just about trying your hardest to find things that make you want to get up in the morning and make you want to keep going throughout the day, whatever it is. So in 2016, my career started to take off, and I started seeing, worth in myself through the work first, which I don't necessarily recommend, but you gotta start how you start. I wanted each place to know that I was going to talk about disability because it mattered to me, but I also wanted the room to be able to talk about things that I don't often get the chance to talk about. I definitely wrote an essay about music, which I think it matters so much to me. Music is such a deep and important part of my life, and I know that I'm not the first person in the world to say that, but it really is. I wanted to make sure that I talked about pop culture and representation. I wanted to make sure that I talked about cheesecake and TV shows. I wanted to talk about the things that mattered most to me that sometimes get overlooked when people want me to write about, the trauma and the pain of disability. My goal as a writer and in life is to lead a legacy that lets people know that differences aren't bad. They don't make you bad. They're not evil, they're not wrong. They just make you unique. And then I want people to feel good about themselves. I want people to wake up in the morning and smile at themselves in the mirror like I do. I want people to feel like they belong in the earth, on the earth, alive and well. And I hope that this book helps them realize that even if they're not disabled, I think people can come to the pretty one and feel like they too can be the pretty one by the time the book is over.